Hey guys, it's Jaden. Today we're talking about, obviously, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 5, Episode 7, and let's just get into this. I'll be honest, I'm tired of the season at this point, but I'm going to keep doing this because I'm going to finish it, and that's just what I have to do. Today's Maxi Challenge is basically a comedy challenge, stand-up. That's basically what they have to do, give a whole stand-up performance. I was really hoping for like a makeover or something else. I'm kind of over the ha-has and the hee-hees, so just gonna say that. Also, it just kind of feels like this season has kind of been a waste of time because it's like it's been very predictable, and yeah, it's just been very predictable. Moving along to notable mentions before we really get into really the challenge. Cracker basically is tasked with the order of basically the queens. She puts it as Juju, B, Blair, Cracker, and then Shay. Here's the thing. Blair is like, oh my god, they make a whole thing out of being like, oh my god, Cracker's showing her true colors. Oh my god, she's trying to mess us up. And I'll be like, if you're really trying to mess somebody up intentionally, you should have put Blair first. Like, that was a guaranteed like knockout right there, but it really wasn't. Either way, it didn't really seem to help out anybody or hurt anybody. Miss Jen Krakowski is really trying to make sure the queens are giving them full-on stand-up comedy and not just drag queen comedy, like cheap club humor. And to some extent, I really do appreciate that. However, you know, I think they hyped up some people a little bit too much. I'm just gonna say that. They also wanted to keep pointing out of, this is just something that the show has kind of done a lot of, pointing out how like Shay lost that lip sync versus Sasha Velour. And here's the thing. Sasha was also in the top 4. Yes, season 9 pulled out a stunt and said, hey, we're gonna have you lip sync for your life or lip sync for the crown to actually, you know, win. And yeah, was that a stunt? Yes. However, it just feels very disingenuous, or not disingenuous isn't the right word. It's really annoying at this point as we're regurgitating this thing, making it seem like Shay is some sort of victim, as she was basically truly robbed. And it's like, she really wasn't. I mean, those are the rules changed. That's how the game was played, and Sasha came out there with the roses and let it all out. Now, I understand if Shay's feeling some type of way about it, because like she was the one to experience that, but everyone else being like, oh my god, you were so robbed, and it's like, I don't know, you're just acting like Sasha didn't also do well. Yes, Shay was easily the front runner to win the entire show. It was very easy, track record and all, but it didn't happen. I mean, Trinity also lost in her lip sync, and then we had Peppermint. Peppermint was really meant to lose, if we're being completely honest, but what do we have here? We have Peppermint as runner-up and Sasha as the winner because, you know, they came prepared, they slayed the whole entire lip syncs, and that was just what it is. And sometimes a stunt is helpful. It really just annoys me at this point, like what they're doing. I think like them pointing it out early in the season, especially like Shay's dress, cool, work, great. But bringing it up again, it's like, okay, this is the narrative that we're giving Shay, that she's getting that true redemption because the evil Sasha Velour came in and stole her crown. Like, come on, son. Next up, Blair St. Clair is really annoying me at this point. This is what I'm saying, like, I just think like this season's kind of been really predictable and very boring. Blair doesn't want a challenge. There's no way she could win. She wasn't in the bottom the entire time. Well, technically she was, but there was no way she could win. I get the whole, you have to have confidence for the cameras, but okay, no one was coming for you. You really weren't a threat. Let's get into that challenge real quick. I think as a whole, Juju started off really bad, really slow, and then she picked on up towards the end of it. That was pretty much how Juju's whole situation was. Blair was bad. When I tell you I was cringing, I was laughing, but I laugh at cringy stuff. So like laughing hard at the fact that she was trying to turn that page like to get to the other side. Just imagine you're sitting on stage and you're like, I'm you know, because knock knock, who's there? Michelle who? Michelle is a poop head. Like, what are you doing? It's so bad. So bad. Then we hit up Miss Cracker. Miss Cracker, you knew was going to do good. Comedy queen all the way. Does what she has to do. Even switches up her type of comedy just to suit the judges that she was going for. She did great. And then you had Shea Coulee come out there making sure that she was just going to look gorgeous, if anything else. So it's like, okay, well, I mean, that's a thing. And then she took that whole idea of like talking about her experiences. She did a really good job. I think overall, this kind of felt like a roast. And I think the queens really approached it as a roast because they were making a lot of comments towards like the judges or the audience and everything like that. And it's like, this is stand-up. Stand-up doesn't always have to be like abusive or like mean. So yeah, I don't know. I just think that they all had that mindset of like, you have to make them laugh. So let's go for easy humor of like, let's roast the crap out of them. I was like, okay, whatever. Anyway, category is freak out. Basically club kid realness, essentially. That's what I'm getting from this challenge. First up, Miss Jujubee. Juju is serving. This is a look. We have actually been talking about how like we wanted more club kid challenges in general on Twitter. And look what we have. We have a club kid challenge and Miss Juju is killing it. I love the spikes. I love the makeup reveal. I love the whole checkered pattern. It's giving me wholehearted club kid moment. She's in these 10-inch heels or boots or platforms, what do you want to call them? And she looks great. That's just what's happening here. Next up, Blair St. Clair. I'll be honest, she looks like a cat and she's straight out of Cats and it's kind of rubbing me the wrong way. She looks pretty, she looks good, but you know, I was just honestly thinking the entire time like, okay, this is a concession just so we can like move on with the show. It was an okay outfit. Was it like great, magnificent? No, it was just, it felt very like lackluster. And I thought that the fashion queen was really gonna serve her moment because she's been so adamant about it for the entire time that she's been here. Next up, we have Miss Cracker. And Miss Cracker is serving you easily the dead dread doctor, giving you wholehearted like big chibi head camp, then reveal this whole weird flat-chested monster out here. And I don't, with the eye situation going on, with this long, wonderful Morticia type hair, I like that aspect. I think her makeup looks so good. I think she looks so good. I think she also went a very different route than a lot of the other girls. And she looked good. She was rewarded for it. Next up, Shea Coulee. Miss Coulee came to play, literally, games, because I think this is different for her, but Shay's kind of really been into mullets lately. And this is very different for her. I think this is her version of like a club kid. I actually like this look a lot. She just looked like she came to play. She kind of gave me a lot of vibes of like a Crystal Method moment. You know, that's pretty much what I was getting. Was I like overly like, oh my God, no, I saved my mainly for that dress that she had during the challenge. I was like, wow. But it just, you know, that's pretty much it. The winner of this week's challenge is Ms. Cracker. Did we not see that coming? I mean, we could have surprise, but no, we did not see that coming because that's her job. That's what she does. So Miss Cracker's there. Everyone else is on the bottom. And for a quick second, I really think that Miss Cracker is really about to vote out Shay. I really do. Really do. And I'm just like, what is going on? I don't know why I'm feeling this way. But Blair St. Clair really being out here, I have so much more to show you. No, chop that. I don't want to hear about you have so much more to show. Here's the thing. You are 2 episodes too late to be playing and I have so much more to show. At this point, why do you deserve to win? Why do you deserve that? You don't have any challenge wins, so I just really don't understand that. Like, it's your time to go. That's just pretty much it. You're just, in terms of track record, in terms of critiques, like, you just weren't the one. But yeah, so Lip Sync Assassin is essentially Miss Kennedy Davenport, and we love Miss Kennedy Davenport, straight out of Dallas. Dallas, Texas, yes ma'am. She was probably somewhere around here, I don't know. But yeah, Miss Kennedy is here, and they have to do Fancy by Miss Reba McEntire, and oh my God, the words. This doesn't give Kennedy the gravitas to like, you know, flips and tricks and splits. Like, it just doesn't give any of that. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, she didn't do great. I mean, she was just kind of there walking side to side, park bark, Miss Cracker was trying to give you puns and moments inside of it, so at least, you know, she was trying. This is a very hard song. And I said this before, it was like the only people who I think can probably win in lip syncs are going to be Shea Coulee, Miss Cracker, and Juju, because I changed an anthem. And the only reason I think this is kind of adamant why, and it all kind of depends down to that exact song. So basically, Miss Kennedy lost it. So the person who's got to go is what? Miss Blair St. Clair, thank you. We're moving on. Say goodbye, people cried. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm sad, but I'm like, it was your time to go. So essentially next week is basically the finale. Thank goodness I am ready. We have Team Jujubee, we have Team Shea Coulee, we have Team Miss Cracker. And here's the thing. I am wholeheartedly Shea Coulee all the way. I genuinely love Miss Cracker, you know, being part of the drag queen family, essentially. Really love Miss Cracker. And I really appreciate Jujubee. Like, I think, like, this is a very obvious top 3 from just the first episode. So I don't really know who's going to win. I personally want Shea to win, but I can just feel the Rigonomics, especially since they teased some Rigonomics and Rigomoris, Rigonomics, Rigatry, it's all something. And I just really hope that it gives Shea the opportunity to truly shine and be the person that she's meant to be on this stage and get that crown. Because she deserves it, if I'm being honest. She really just does. But I can easily see the other girls taking the crown too, and I would be happy for them. Who do you want to win? Do you want Jujubee, Shea Coulee, or Miss Cracker? Let me know in the comments below. That's pretty much today's video. That's pretty much it. If you haven't caught up, I'm doing Drag Race Canada. You should totally check that out. Drag Race Canada is so much fun. It's just, how do I explain it? Different. It's like bright and different. Like, you have a brand. I think the thing with All Stars at this point is that I'm kind of tired of seeing the same old people being recycled every single year. I just don't think All Stars is something that needs to be happening every single year. Maybe every other year or every 3 years, but I just don't think that it's a show that really is predicated on doing well on every single year, especially if you're going to just choose like some really top tier queens, then very obscure, and not take into account like what people have done outside the show. Like, I'm just saying, like, I would love to see like truly a Serena Chacha on the show. I would love to see a Layla McQueen on the show. What's it called? Yara Sofia. Who else would I like to see? And Ivy Winters. I mean, like, truly, I would love to see some of that. You know, let's see if we can coax Rebecca Glasscock to come out and like do something. Like, I don't know. You have like 12, 13 seasons of basically Drag Race, plus you have all of the extra amenities. So it's like, why aren't we using that? Randomly, I would love to see Bag of Chips just show up on All Stars, if we're just being honest. It's gonna take them a while to get their own All Stars, so like, why not? Yeah, that's just kind of my opinion about that. I kind of went on a rant. Anyway, that's really today's episode. Love to see y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.